A free and fair electoral system is the foundation of democracy. The Central Election Commission, CEC, is in charge of conducting the elections of public offices and referendums. Taiwan's elections are widely acclaimed after decades of involvement. Electoral systems. Elections in Taiwan can be classified into 11 categories. The presidential election and the legislature election are held at the central level, and 9 elections are held at the local level. All of the elected officials serve 4-year terms. The candidate for president and vice president must be age 40 or older and have lived in Taiwan for more than 6 consecutive months, with domicile in the country for more than 15 years. Candidates are nominated by political parties or citizen petition. Candidates who receive the most votes shall be elected. The Legislative Yuan consists of 113 members. 73 are elected from single-member electoral districts. 6 are indigene seats. The remaining 34 seats are legislator-at-large seats, proportionally allocated to political parties. Voters directly vote for electoral district and indigene candidates. Candidates can freely register. Political parties are also eligible to nominate candidates. Voters select political parties when voting for legislator-at-large seats. Electees are chosen in accordance with candidate lists provided by political parties. Electoral district legislator elections adopt a single-member district mechanism. Electoral districts are demarcated by the CEC. The candidate with the most votes is elected in each electoral district. There are 2 multi-member districts for indigene legislator elections. The 3 candidates with the most number of votes in each district are elected. Only parties that receive 5% or more of the votes in legislator-at-large elections qualify to occupy the available seats. For local elections, including those for administrative heads and councilors, candidates may register freely or be recommended by political parties. Local elections for councilors adopt a multi-member district system. Candidates with the highest number of votes are elected. Citizens of Taiwan aged 20 or above who have resided in their respective constituencies for a specific period are entitled to vote. Citizens must return to the station where their domicile is set up to vote. At present, there are approximately 19 million voters. Referendums. On December 31, 2003, the Referendum Act was enacted and established a legal basis for the people to vote directly on laws or issues of importance. The amendments to the Referendum Act were promulgated on January 3, 2018. Under the revisions, the Central Election Commission became the competent authority responsible for national referendums. The legal voting age was lowered to 18, and the thresholds for proposing, jointing signatures, and adopting referendums was significantly reduced. The Act stipulates referendums can be initiated by citizens through petition drives, by motions from the Legislative or Executive Yuan, or at the President's request. The competent authority of national referendums is the Central Election Commission. The competent authority of local referendums is a municipal and county or city government. Local election commissions are responsible for the polling proceedings. Referendum procedure. The main procedure of referendums initiated by citizens through petition drives includes accepting the proposal submitted by the leading proposer. CEC reviews proposer list and conducts hearings if necessary. Household registration offices check the list of proposers. Accepting the joint signatures submitted by the leading proposer. Central Election Commission does a review. Household registration offices check the list of joint signatures. Announcement of referendums qualified or unqualified. Referendum announcement. Public forums or debates. Printing and distribution of referendum bulletins and voter notifications. Voting and vote counting. Announcement of referendum results. Electoral management bodies. CEC is an independent statutory agency responsible for managing all elections and referendums in Taiwan, with 22 municipality, county, and city election commissions under its jurisdiction. The chairperson, vice chairperson, and 9 commissioners of the CEC are nominated by the Premier and approved by the Legislative Yuan. They serve 4-year terms. The number of commissioners belonging to a given political party must not exceed 1/3 of the total. The commissioners of every municipality, county, and city election commission are nominated by the CEC and appointed by the Premier. They also serve 4-year terms. The number of commissioners belonging to a given political party must not exceed 1/3 of the total. Election procedure. The election procedure in Taiwan consists of the following activities: election announcement, candidate registration, lot drawing to determine the candidate's number designation, campaign activities, public forums, display and public release of the voter lists, the printing and distribution of election bulletins voting, and vote counting on election day, electee list announcement, the awarding of electee certificates. Characteristics of Taiwan elections. Taiwan has a comprehensive household registration system. The compilation of voter lists is handled by governmental agents. Citizens do not need to register to vote. Besides using their own funds, election candidates may publicly raise money for their campaigns. Limits are set for campaign spending, but these limits only apply to governmental subsidies. The government subsidizes candidates, and annual subsidies are also available for political parties that have garnered at least 3% of total votes. Public forums are arranged by the election authorities to serve as the platform for all candidates to express their campaign visions. Some forums are aired on national TV stations. Campaign videos featuring different political parties will also be aired on TV. In order to ensure the right of political participation of indigene and women, a minimum number of representative seats in legislative bodies are reserved for these groups. For instance, in the legislator-at-large elections, at least half of each party's elected candidates must be female. In elections for local representative bodies, at least 1 out of every 4 elected officials in each electoral district must be female. For executing election scrutiny, the prosecutor's office and police agencies deal with any criminal cases related to electoral affairs. Members of the CEC and local election supervision committees are responsible for clamping down on violations of election rules and issuing fines when necessary. Election monitors must be present at every polling station on election day. Monitors are dispatched as recommended by the candidates or political parties to supervise the voting and vote counting process. To ensure the rights of voters with disabilities, The election commissions prepare audio versions of electoral bulletins, arranging sign language interpretation service for electoral public forums, non-barrier polling station entrances, wheelchair-accessible polling booths, and ballot slip covers with braille printing for the visually impaired voters. Station staff will also be on standby to assist. Polling starts at 8 a.m. and finishes at 4 p.m. on Election Day. After the polls close, all polling stations are rearranged for vote counting. Station staff is required to take each ballot out of the box, one by one consecutively, read the vote out loud, and display it to attending public witnesses. After the counting at station is completed, managers compile a report of the results as announced and deliver the station results to the township, city or district electoral operation centers. The results are keyed into a computerized vote counting system for compilation. The Counting and Information Center for Elections and Referendums provides real-time results to the public. You can check up-to-date polling counts through CEC's website. The final results are usually available on the same day of voting. Future prospects. The CEC will stay committed to the legal system to support elections and referendums, improve the quality of services, reinforce the effectiveness of elections, and stand steadfastly by the principles of independence and impartiality to ensure freedom, fairness, and transparency. All these efforts are made to empower a supportive milieu, encourage greater public participation in politics, and pioneer a democratic constitutional paragon.